Hey there, Angel of Galaxy, back with more channeled messages. Just want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you who keeps watching my channel, who have subscribed, who have liked, commented, shared, all those things that can lift this algorithm for me. As you know, in my last video, at the time of filming this, I've lost quite a lot of viewers. Now, I'm not so sure whether that's because of the algorithm. Apparently, if you're not getting pushed out, or if they stop showing notifications, some people have been unsubscribed without their knowledge. I don't know what's going on, but this is something that a lot of YouTubers are talking about at this time. Yeah, so how can you help me with that? Just make sure that you view my channel and make sure you go to the end of each video if you can, if that's possible. I would appreciate that, honestly. Thank you, and blessings sent back to each and every one of you who are helping me build this little channel at the moment. Alright, thank you. Anyway, remember, Spirit works for us in mystical and mysterious ways. These messages may not go directly to the intended person. They may be talking about someone you know. It could be their loved lost one, or a situation around you or them. You just may be this heavenly post person delivering communication where it needs to go. Now, if I say male or female, remember we have both aspects of the divine feminine and masculine, so please take that as it resonates. Right. Okay, remember, souls will piggyback on one particular message, so if the message means something to you, so even if it's just a small part, if it's a name, a date, it just makes something, I don't know, light up inside, you know, a gut feeling, then, you know, it could be for you. So don't be put off by other things, you know. Obviously, if one soul is talking through the message, then, you know, it's going to be more about that person. But it doesn't mean to say that it's not your loved one elbowing in. Right. Alright, some more signs and synchronicities. For today was a couple of children who were laughing and really enjoying themselves walking towards me with their parents. You know, they were both wearing what I noticed was E.T. sweatshirts. And it took me back to when I was a lot younger, you know, because it's one of my favourite films. Always been into mystical and, you know, sci-fi things, and always loved that sort of thing. So, and of course, always obsessed with the galaxy and, you know, alien life. I love all that too. Anyway, so I'm kind of thinking with the ET, you know, that someone may need to phone home. And I feel this is because you really need to check on a particular family member. Remember, sometimes, you know, we as humans, we don't like to bother people. You know, people are very busy today, whether it's with their social media or doing whatever they do, going to work. But there is somebody who's watching that just needs to check on them, okay? So that's what I'm getting from that. But also I'm getting, you know, remember this line, you could be happy here, I could take care of you, and I wouldn't let anybody hurt you. We grow up together, E.T. So yeah, that was from the film, The Extraterrestrial. So the timeline for that film, which may be important in date-wise, is 1982 to 2002. So these dates, 1982, 83, 84 and 2002, may have relevance to somebody watching. Alright, they don't have to be all of them, it could be just one of them. Alright, so 1982 was when this, you know, film was released into theatres, and that E.T. phone home became very popular catchphrase. I still remember that. I don't know, E.T., it just became the highest grossing film of all time. It was so different. 1983, The Extraterrestrial wins 4 Oscars, including Best Original Score. 1984, The Extraterrestrial serial is launched by General Mills. And 2002, it was the 20th anniversary edition, you know. And that was released in theatres with new scenes and digital enhancements. The classic movie, you know, the phrase "E.T. phone home" refers to the alien's desire to communicate with his family back in space. And after befriending a little boy named Elliot, you know, the E.T. constructs a makeshift communication device using items from around the house, including a speak and spell toy. The iconic line is simple yet heartfelt expression of longing and connection. So, you know, there's a longing from someone on the other side here. And maybe you look up, you know, into the sky and wonder what this loved one's doing on the other side of the veil. Also, I noticed those boys that were, you know, coming towards me, they both had blue twisted straws. It's because, I don't know, I think esoteric symbolization of that would be protection, communication, and a connection between the earthly and spiritual realms. So that made a lot of sense too. So I don't know, for someone watching who loved this iconic film, or someone you know, your loved one is trying their best to reach you from the land of light. I have this wonderful energy. It would have been a young man when he crossed, a young boy, sorry, who was eager to tell you that he watched the whole family grow, and he's thankful that you are doing well at this time. I have a feeling that you all get together and celebrate this life, his life, once a year at least. But it's not always on his birthday, I'm being told. Oh God, he understands that life has been difficult at times. But he's been there living through your struggles. Always with much sadness though. But what got him through was he knew in the end your pain would lessen and you would get back on track. So I'm feeling this lovely child would have maybe been about 8 or 9 when he crossed. Feeling dark hair, and he's now showing me the actor Elliot, who played Elliot, I should say. I don't know who the actor was, sorry. And at that time, the haircut, yeah, I think it was very popular, wasn't it? It's like you could put a bowl on someone's head and cut around it. Oh dear. Bowl cut, I think it was called. I might be wrong, but it was here in England anyway. But he didn't look dissimilar. That's what he's showing me, okay, to Elliot. Alright. His energy he just seems so polite and soft, you know. Wouldn't have been a rough and tumble type of child, I don't feel. Thoughtful, loving. Yeah. I feel like he's just giving me a huge hug right now as I'm saying that. June comes to mind, March and December, so take that as it resonates, leave the rest for someone else to enjoy. Initials with this are E and A, I'm getting strong, A and G, F and F, B and T, P and R, 8, seems relevant, 16, 4 and 62, remember there could be dates, there could be ages, there could be door numbers or some relevance. Josie's coming to mind. Okay. Ben, Daryl, John, Ray, Wendy, Tom, Pete, and Jane. Okay. Thank you for that. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm really feeling this week's big clash between Mars and Pluto. There's also one between Mercury and Saturn, so it's a bit, I'm all over the place. So anyone watching here who's just feeling, disjointed, you know, a little bit anxious even, you know, just not great. You'll know why. That's if you're affected by that, of course. Alright, where are we going? Alright, so my next loved one coming in. Okay, thank you. Would have been very patient. Remember, if I say male or female, just take it as it resonates. and determined, but admits, so I'm feeling more female, but hey ho. She could be obstinate, and she really wasn't a fan of changes. She's referring to herself as a bit of a plodder, does things slowly, and But she says once she's made up her mind, she was not likely to change it. Okay, so she's coming forward to send love to her beloved family members, and tells me she would have been someone you could rely on. And she would have been warm, loyal and affectionate. Been taken to the throat now, so she may have had issues there. I don't know why, but finances are mentioned, so may have had a job which deals with finances, or there's something going on in your life at the moment with finances, or maybe she would have liked to have had a job like that. I feel this person would have been good with money and saved most of her life. So she was talking about having to moderate her need for total attention and the love from partners and family. Okay, so she's being like that. That was when she was younger, as her devoted energy was not always reciprocated, I'm hearing. Alright. Okay, so she's showing me now a dressing table. It's quite a grand dressing table. There's a comb and a hairbrush and an ornamental mat. I don't know if that's called a doily or something, I'm not sure. But it would have had gold threads in it. Very neat and tidy, everything just seems in its place. The place would have been homely and well thought out. But it wouldn't have changed much over the years, okay? She's describing her hair as dirty blonde, okay? I think that would have been a darker blonde, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have been thick, it would have been actually quite thin, She had a pleasant face and nice eyes. She's telling me a cracking figure when she was younger. Okay. So there could be someone in the family struggling with mental health. There's a lot of that about at the moment, isn't it? Gosh, it's been such a very challenging time, I'm hearing. And she's coming in to try and lift his spirits, and he's working on the fog that surrounds you at this time in order to do so. She seeks to inspire you. And she may do through others, I'm hearing. March should be important with this message. Birthday, a time, birthday time, special time, I don't know, anniversary, a death. Okay. 77, 23, number 1 may be relevant, 49, 6 and a number 12, again take them as they resonate. Dates, names, Dot, Martina, Kath, Lisa, John, Ken, Vera, and Dawn. I'm getting with that, okay. Thank you. So my healing words of the angels. Search the horizon for opportunities to serve, and they will present themselves readily to you. For all who need to hear this, angel number 590. Put your focus entirely on the question, how may I be of spiritual service? And let God, Source, take care of all the other details. All you need to do is listen to the voice of love and follow its gentle guidance, which may ask you to make healthy changes. All right. Okay, where are we going? So I'm hearing Elsie is fine. Your beloved mum. grandma and sister is on the other side as well. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, she's reached the other side, sorry. She's receiving the care she needs at this time. Try to imagine her taking on the most exciting venture and the wonderful opportunities this transition has afforded her. Please dry those tears, love each other, and appreciate what life has to offer. Just a quick one, that one. Okay, so this loved one's coming in now. We're saying, I'm hearing you miss the hugs. You know, that way of communicating, feeling without words. We do, don't we? We miss the hugs. I'm told your hugs were the best. And as a child, you were the one family member who could immediately calm this loved one. She says she dreamed of building a house, a lovely little cottage, and wanted such a beautiful garden. Only it ended up being a pipe dream. But what she wants you to know more than anything is that not on her side of the veil. She has outdone her expectations, and it's magnificent. Can't speak, sorry. I get a bit like that. And I'm channeling. Alright, so I'm told that you may have recently been to a tea room or a cafe, because I'm seeing patio table and chairs. There's a host bringing out a tray of tea and cake. Okay. Something about a serious infection and how she was disorientated towards the end, confused. She talks about having the most horrendous headaches. With this message I'm getting, remember, if your name's not there, it doesn't mean it's not for you if you feel it. Kirsty, Jennifer, Holly, Darcy, I'm getting, Leanne, Katie, and Maura with that. Take it as it resonates. Could be people in the environment, people watching, people on the other side, or family members. Okay, so my song today, remember, Spirit will work with these lyrics. And it's called I Can't Stand the Rain. There seems to be a lot of rain at the moment coming through, doesn't there? Alright, so 1992 may be relevant to somebody, okay? So the lyrics of this song speak of the difficulties of losing a loved one. Can't stand the rain against your window, as it's bringing back sweet memories. Hey window pane, do you remember how sweet it used to be? So this may mean something to you. It could be a line, a chorus, it could be the date, it could be something playing when you met your loved one, you know, or a good memory of a party you were at back in the day, I would imagine. So when you were together, everything was so grand. Now that you've parted, just one sound that you just can't stand. You can't stand the rain against your window, bringing back sweet memories. You can't stand the rain against your window, 'cause he is not here with you. Woe are the pillow where his head used to lay. I know you got some sweet memory, but like the wind high, you ain't got nothing to say. I can't stand the rain against my window, just keeps on haunting me. Hey rain, get off my window. So these lyrics may be important. Go and listen to the song, there might be something in there if you feel you want to. So just like the rain, our lives are also random and unpredictable. I hear that you worry that you've been greeted with more unwelcome changes along the way. However, changes, you've got to remember, are inevitable. And rather than trying to escape them, your loved one wants you to learn to embrace them, as the worst has already happened. And it is time to move toward happiness. Or at least trust all is going to be well from now on. So when I think about rain, you know, esoterically it's transformation and unpredictability. When rain is expected, the surrounding often takes a quick turn into dark and dreary, and often rain appears unannounced, without any forewarning. So yeah, rain is also believed to be symbolize change and uncertainty, spiritually. Sorry, someone's knocking away next door and it's putting me off a bit. I've got focus. As the spiritual meaning of rain represents cleansing, renewal and transformation, it can symbolize the washing away of negative energies, purifying one's mind and spirit, and promoting healing and growth. So you no longer associate rain with unwelcome memories. So remain sweet and welcoming is the message with this. So T and B, G and G, M and Y, the initials, D and L, S and L, I'm hearing W and B, S and S, F and M, A and E, B and B. Now if the initials there, or the letters there, you can also mix and match with whatever's come through. Okay, they don't have to be just like that. Right, where am I next? Where am I? Come. Okay, so plant and grow your love. So, when you've lost someone, planting a tree, flowers or a garden in honour of your loved one is a special way to commemorate your relationship. When we think of gardening in itself, it's therapeutic. And you can more clearly feel and hear your loved one's presence and messages when you're outside in nature. So, yeah, so much better than when you're indoors, definitely. That's something to remember. Where am I going with my next message, please? Next message. Alright, so I'm hearing this loved one would allow a little power to go to his head, especially when he was younger. Would have had a bit of a dislike for people who acted small, could never really understand that. Those who disengage from their power, I'm hearing. He wants to address someone who needs to find the courage to find their own strength. Maybe maybe you're a bit scared to go against the grain, but he wants you to see things differently. I don't know, step into your own power, I guess. I don't know, maybe you feel that when you're like that, you're trying to control or dominate people, but that's not true. I'm feeling now an uncle link with this, but I also have a grandma link with him. Okay, so now I'm being shown, a broken window and a very angry neighbour. And there's lots of children playing, so I don't know whether someone's just smacked a ball and smashed a window or something like that, but that's what I'm seeing, okay? Now it could be a memory, or it could be happening, or it might be about to happen, okay? So look out for that. And I'm hearing carpenter, but I'm not sure why. Maybe there is one needed. And I'm now being shown an allotment, so this seems relevant as well. But I also feel that there's somebody who really wishes to have an allotment, and there will be allocated one within the next 6 months, okay? Right, it doesn't always have to go with the message that, just... The names of this message I've got is Sheila, Bruce, Carl, Lionel, Seth, Jeff, Leonard, Susan, Alan, Mandy, it's coming up, Gaynor. I've got April, the month of April, or it could be a name, and I've also got November. So again, maybe you were born in those months. or something's about to happen in those months, I'm feeling as well. Okay, 10, 78 numbers, 56, 44, 3 and the number 9 seem very, very relevant with this. All right. Okay. All right. I'll just do a short oracle. I mean, I know I've not got too long left as usual, so I'm just going to see what comes out. See what we can do. Okay. So, expansion, paradise, happiness, expansion, I can't speak, joy, playfulness, oneness, and enjoying each other. So this loved one on the other side, this is how you were together. You know, you made each other grow. So much happiness and peace, I feel, with this relationship that once was, that still is, but in a different form, remember. I think you enjoyed each other to an extent where you couldn't wait for what the other person was going to say. They were always really very, very interesting, and they felt the same way. Yeah, you kind of mould into one. And this relationship was described as a paradise, you know, you couldn't get much better. It was like that sunshine, you know. It was like when you're boiling hot and you go into the cool sea and automatically you feel wonderful. That's what I'm hearing. Maybe you had plenty of holidays together as well. This would have been something that you enjoyed and planned. I see you going far and wide, you know, planes, trains. Okay. So we have hammer here. Okay, so not what I was expecting, but I really feel that, you know, maybe you're sabotaging yourself because since this loved one's lost, you're thinking to yourself, what's the point? How am I ever going to get this back again? You know, this dream, this love, this peace, this harmony, this joy that this relationship brought. No one's going to ever measure up. Maybe you're thinking, even if you tried to do that again. But this is your loved one saying that you're sabotaging yourself here, you know. You need to start rebuilding, like with the hammer. Be persistent, you know. If you keep going over things repetitively regarding never being able to get to this place, that's probably what you will get, nothing, you know. And your loved one's really wagging their finger here and saying, no, come on, you've got to start thinking about the future in a very optimistic way. I know it's easier said than done, but please work on it. That's what they want you to do, work on it. What we got here? We had this the other day, cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over and over in your head. Now, yeah, that's something that we can do. Once we've lost somebody that was totally our everything, that's an easy thing to do. There may be some type of cassette tape here as well, that somebody has your loved one's voice on, but you may no longer have a cassette player to play it on, so what are they called, tape recorders, no, the tape, sorry, yeah. But you can find them, you know, and order one, and then you can hear, but I feel it's stashed away, this cassette tape. Probably in a drawer with socks and stuff for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. Could be wrong, but this is what I'm feeling and seeing. But yeah, there is something on that cassette. You know, his voice or her voice. I'm going to say he or she because I don't want to limit it to. But I mean, originally it was male, but for some reason I'm feeling I want to bring female energy into this. Okay. So yeah, you know, sometimes we just have to let go. Let go. Okay. I left before you could leave me. So again, this means that this person would